like this shit, see.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Contest of Speed. This is AM2 action coming to you live from Spa-Francorchamps for round 8. It's BK in the booth once again. I am joined by none other than my co-commentator, Sween Beans, tonight. Sweens, how we doing? Been a minute.
Very good, man. Very good. Thanks for asking. We are, like you just said, at the Circuit de Spa, right? Known for its high speed nature, right? 7 kilometer track. I think it's one of the longest circuits on the F1 calendar, right?
It is, I think, the longest on the F1 calendar. Not the most turns, but the longest track, longest lap time.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting to see how they, who can accelerate out of the source hairpin. You know what I mean?
Oh, and out of the gate, Cam Tizzle has already gotten disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Whether that was Cam actually doing that or EA doing EA things, I'm not 100% sure, but that's an interesting way to start qualifying for the man who's been in form recently in AM2. If you've been paying attention to the power rankings, Cam Tizzle has found himself on the top of those, and he is looking to make a statement in this race, but he's going to have some work to do starting from the very back tonight, no matter what happens now. He says,
Absolutely.
I
Very,
hate this
very
game in the
unlucky.
chat.
Very unlucky to see out of any qualifying. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, maybe it was Cam, maybe EA did EA things, but either way, we've got our first car starting their flying lap. It's going to be Mailcart in the McLaren, taking her out in this historic Belgian track. Lots of history here, as mentioned. Some sad history, some exciting history. I think my favorite one was when Charles Leclerc won here after, well, winning the same year that he won in Monza before he. I think that was probably one of the sweet races. But Melkar now in the high speed sector, sector 1, opening that wing. Very difficult to balance the setup around here, I find, to get that top speed around the track, but also be fast enough in these corners. It really comes down to the driver. You gotta run a really low downforce setup to be fast around here, and then just hang on for dear life in the middle sector.
Absolutely. Like you just said, Sector 2 is I'd say one of the most trickiest parts of the track, especially if you're running a very low downforce, the car can get very squirrely, but we're gonna see how these, players execute. So it'll be very, very fun to watch.
100%. Just a reminder that you can get some votes in now if you'd like with your channel points to vote on the prediction. We got a poll time over under. Set it at 42.9. I feel like the under is probably going to hit, and I feel like the crowd is in agreement with me when I say that, because 6K is on the end right now. But if you want to bet on the underdog of these guys not making it to the 42s, and Milkarn hasn't validated his lap, we're going to jump on board with the Ferrari. I believe that's Heavy Chalice coming through now. Goes through the chicane. Melkart did seem to be on a pretty decent lap, but we are going to have a provisional pole set now by Heavy Chalice. 45-0. Red Bull is going to be the next one. Coming across the line, that's Fraggly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see Carton validate there. I saw he used a chunk of his battery. 43.7. Very good.
Fraggly down to the 43.790. Like we're going to have some good salt. The championship leader starting his first flying lap. Let's jump on board with the Ferrari driver now. Up through the gears, using the overtake out of La Source. Through the DRS now. What kind of top speed is he gonna get to? 329, 331, 332. Pretty good top speed there. It sets up first purple sector. Exiting Malmedy now on the way to Brussels. Very tricky corner here. Easy to lock up, easy to go wide, easy to get on the power too soon, but he ends it nice and easy. Now down to Puhan. This corner can be completely flat out in this game. Sounds like it's just a slight lift there. Staying in 7th gear with the drive out on the way to Le Fano. A tricky sector with a low downforce. Campus right-hander and Stavilo, final right-hander. Down the straight we go. 2 purple sectors. We have 13K on the under for cost bets. And Some Good Salt is looking to return that money to those gentlemen. Hello, Hacko. How are you doing tonight? Last first challenge is on, says Red Devil for Cam Tizzle. But what is it going to be for Some Good Salt coming around the final chicane?
We're about to find out. What will it be?
Oh,
That is a
42,
pole
6, 9,
position.
8. He absolutely smashes that prediction out of the water. No wonder there was 13,000 on the under. I absolutely underestimated these guys. Wasn't sure what kind of times we were going to see. There we go. Maybe think of a better prediction for the race then. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But Some Good Salt championship leader on pole. Let's check now with Bandute, the fan favorite in AM2 teams. Notice that the Bandute fan club pointed out that before anybody said at times he was sitting P2, and that's a good spot. He's sitting P5 now after a few times been set 44.518, and that's going to sit well with the Bandute fan club.
Very close here. Very early into the qualifying, so we're gonna see how this plays out. What do you think the weather's looking like here?
Well,
Hold up and dry.
I think qualifying it's looking nice and sunny, but I did hear from one of the drivers that there could be some rain coming in the race here once we get green lights, but uh, yet to be seen. We're on board now with Pablo plays right now. I'm trying to locate where I might have left my laptop so I can pay out this prediction without ending, or not ending the stream, pausing the broadcast. But Pablo's going to take us around. Through Brussels he goes. Quite a few cars
Yeah.
on out laps, quite a few cars still to set laps, but uh, with a couple of the main contenders out tonight, we've got Spanini out, we've got Jamin out. What do you think we're in store for here tonight?
I'm not too sure, man. Spa is notorious for the unpredictable weather, so
Yeah,
it can dramatically change the dynamics. But one thing about the race, it will emphasize driver skill and the setup and the who can adapt to the changing conditions on the track.
exactly. Yep.
So we
The
will find out.
Looks like we have confirmation that rain is predicted for the end of the race. That could play into Cam's hands. And looks like Gerwin also is looking to sneak into the session now. We've got Pablo coming across the line. He's unfortunately invalidated while I was trying to get my laptop working there to get the prediction out. But Gerwin has found his way into the session. Who is on a flyer? Cal 6B on an outlap. Orlando's in pits. Mel Carton snuck up to P2 as well with a 43.2. The Essentially chip man here. See with the Alpine sitting in P11 now has to yet to set a time that could change.
These high speed corners, man. Like they just tear these tires up. Who will be the tire whisperer in this race here?
Yeah.
Who do you think will be?
It, oh, Male Carton retired actually in the chicane as we were talking there. Oh man, Male Carton and Cam Tizzle having some issues. I just saw a yellow sector in the chicane. Must have crashed into the pit lane, I'm guessing. I don't know why they're ready to really crash there. Um, but as you said, tires. I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be interesting with the rain to see what kind of strategy they pull. I think maybe a rain is guaranteed to come. The hards could be the play without having to do the extra stop. They are extremely durable. Even the mediums though, like Chipman 43.483 jumps up to P3 for the Alpine.
Yeah, very well executed there.
Mediums seem to be like the C3, I think they are in this race. They seem to be the best tires. So Wouldn't be surprised if people try to strap those on and go along if they can.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like with little over 7 minutes left, like they're prepping for their round two qualifying. Do you think we're going to witness some 141s tonight?
141s. Ooh, it is a bit of a jump. I'd be surprised. Some low 42s, 100%. We're gonna be creeping sub 42.5, I think, at this point. But um, as for 41s, that is a steep ask. I mean, I have all the faith in the world in these gentlemen, but it is a steep ask. I don't know. Maybe Red Devil would be the best to ask. Cam Tizzle, 41s is a bit ambitious. Yes, I think so. DK Nortex invalidated. I'm going to pay out this prediction. 100% of you chose the under. Very wise. Devil, if you could throw up another prediction, what are we thinking here, Sween? Do you want to do number of DNFs, number of safety cars? What's the plan here?
How about we go number of drivers with warning? The 3 second
3 seconds?
penalty. Yeah, whoever
Okay.
the amount of drivers that get 3 second penalty
Okay. Yep.
or more, right? Or should we just stick it to three?
No,
Or
I think
just in general, drivers that get penalties.
the 3 second penalties is a little bit easier to track, I feel like.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, perfect.
Cam, once we throw the prediction up, you'll be able to just click the thing that the banner that pops up if you're on mobile. There's like a little thing underneath the chat bubble where you send a message that you can channel points, and then it comes up as an option there. But Devil, if you're available, mind throwing up a prediction for over under on 3 second time penalties. So not like total time, but number of drivers. Number of drivers with 3 second time penalty. Over under. What do you think, Sweens? Over under what number?
I would say 6.
Over under 6 drivers with 3 second time penalties. Okay, go 6.5 then. So
All right.
Devil, for the race, throw up like a 20-minute prediction now. Over under drivers with number of drivers with 3 second time penalty, and we'll get that going for the race. Hopefully, get a bunch of points in there so people can have some fun with it. Got a couple cars out there on flyers. Looks like DB the best. I believe he was last week's winner. Is just starting a lap. Thank you, Red Devil. You don't worry about voting in it. I'll be able to close the prediction as long as you start it. But yeah, DB the best, managing to get a W last week, I believe, pending the steward reports. Obviously, still waiting on those, but you can take a look. DB the best, taking the win. Orlando and Mailcarn on the podium behind with some good salt. Fourth, M Tizzle in fifth. And it's really spicing up that championship battle now. Take a look over at that. The driver, some good salt. 118, but not gaining as much as those few drivers behind him. You can see Orlando, Mailcarn, and DB the best all gaining on him there. Cam Tizzle has only had 2 events less than the rest of the drivers, and he's gaining a ton. He is, despite starting the back, could he be a challenger for tonight? Who knows? Lastly, the constructors. While DB finishes out his lap, Ferrari on top, McLaren in second, Haas in third, led by Cam Tizzle, has 80 of those 88 points. Williams is in fourth. Damon not able to participate tonight. It's going to be a bit of a dagger for the boys. Let's check in now. Yes, I believe he is not on a competitive lap right now. He is going to be flying back into the pits. He's validated with that. We have got cost bets live once again for the race. If you would like to risk some of your channel points, now is the time to do it. Bunch of cars getting ready for out laps now. We've got Chipman coming out. Ragley is out on the track as well, a little bit further ahead. And dude, the fan favorite, not far behind those guys. We've got Ragley, Chipman, Line Band. So let's jump on board with Ragley now. He begins his final flying lap. We'll keep an eye on those at the top of the order now to see who can challenge for pole, but this could be Ragley's final attempt if he is pushing on here. Giving himself a bit of margin in case he does make a mistake early, he can run it back. But ideally, this is the one he wants to make stick.
How will he manage this ERS? How will he manage this battery? Right, we're already under 40, a little over 40% battery. Let's see how he. Do you think he'll use it all and try to go for this lap, or maybe save some for maybe a multi-lap stint?
I think that it's all about how you feel throughout the first two sectors. Not sure how much time you have to really regenerate in the last sector, but he feels like he's put together a good couple of sectors. I don't see him backing off. I see him just burning it all the way through the end of the lap if he can to make his final attempt. But I think if he had made a mistake at this point, he would have backed off. I think this is his final attempt.
Absolutely, looking like it. Wrangling the car around. Execute here.
He's 2/10 up going into sector 2. He's still 2/10 up going into sector 3. That will provisionally put him up one position. He's got to find a little bit more time to jump ahead of Chipman. Chipman will have the opportunity to respond. But Haas and Ross Boy going into the pit lane, causing a little bit of a yellow flag. Out of the way for Fragley, though, is out of ERS, it appears, as they approach the line.
Great last two right there.
And he does find that extra bit of time to jump ahead of Chipman. Let's see what the Alpine can do now. He's firing along himself as well. Oh, maybe Bandut was ahead. Bandut was ahead. Let's check ahead with Bandut. Comes across the line potentially for his final attempt. Completely out of ERS as well.
It is.
Cruise by 6/10 up to P8. Now,
Salt is on a heater right now.
Salt is on a heater. Well, we better check in with the championship leader. I think we want to see Chipman crossing a line, though, quickly. He's going to set 43.3. Ooh, very close to Milcarton. Not able to dethrone him and jump up into the front row, though. But some good Salt. Actually invalidated now. He was up 2/10.
I saw that. Wow.
But that's going to leave the door open for potentially DB the best. Coming through Sector 1 now. They are 4/10 away from their benchmark. Don't think that they're going to be able to challenge potentially Pablo then. See what the V-Carb can do. Forget Cost Bets is live for the race. You can get some channel points tonight if you make the right prediction. How many drivers are going to have 3-second time penalty? I think it's going to be over 6.5. I wouldn't be surprised with 7 or more drivers in this track with 3-second time penalties. Pablo not putting in a very competitive lap. This may be a little bit of a fizzled out end to qualifying. Don't believe anybody is going to improve. This may be it.
Yeah. I want to say most of these time penalties are around 10 and 11, and possibly 2, 3 hot zone. High speed. Extremely quick. Very easy. Fly off to the right and I get the
Bandut's jumping in the pits. Nick AC is not on a particularly hot lap right now. That's it. There's all improves 5/10 there, half a second. Bumps down Heavy Chalice, Nick AC, and Coast Garwin. I think there's the end of qualifying. Nick AC, good to see him back on the grid after a little bit of a break. I'm sure he's going to be pretty quick in the race tonight. That is it for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen.
Didn't get to the 141s quite. Was a little eager on the times there.
Oh, Pablo actually did improve. It looked like on a split there, he didn't have a time, but he actually did improve to P2.
Wow.
We we go. There is qualifying for tonight. Pretty tight there from P3 down to 7 there. Be a crispy little battle in there. But Some Good Salt claims pole position. He's going to try to continue on his championship fight right now. Pablo plays P2 on the front row. Mailcard in P3. Orlando P4. Those two teammates just sticking together like glue. Chipman in P5. Really solid qualifying from him. Fragley P6 as well. Good qualifying. TB the best in P7. Bandude P8. TK Nortec P9. And Red Arrow starting in the top 10. That is your top 10 for tonight. See you back at the starting grid. Get your points in. Back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here awaiting the start of the AM2 Contest of Speed Spa Belgian Grand Prix. We've got Some Good Salt on pole, looking to put a bit of a dent into his competitors' championship hopes. But M. Tizzle starting in the back. Can he put any sort of performance in, carve through the grid, have a little last to first challenge here? We meet up with Some Salt later on in the race. Who knows? Take a quick look at the standings while we have a moment here. Gotta switch to this one. There we go. Some Good Salt on the top, as mentioned. Bit of a gap to Cam Tizzle behind. Best in third, and Mailcard be tied for third right now. Means, what are we thinking? Got 22 laps ahead of us in the longest track in Formula One. Anything could happen. We've got rain on the radar. What are your thoughts?
I'm ready to see who will execute. Exciting race, right? We are at Spa. It's going to be high speed turns. It's a long track. Who will manage the tires, right? Who will have the best downforce? Who will have the best top ends? I have all these questions. We're going to figure it out now, right?
It is go time. We are ready to go in the booth. We're absolutely fired up for this race. You guys always put on a show for us, and this is going to be no exception. I'm sure of it, especially with a little bit of rain in the middle of the race. And as you said, the setup is going to be absolutely crucial here. Need to have the low downforce to be able to keep up on the straights, but with rain coming, how much are you willing to risk? As we hear the timer going down now, just about ready to begin. And we've got 5 red lights. And away we go. Looks like Some Good Salt gets a decent start away from Pablo. The McLaren's chasing behind. It's almost 3 wide as Fragley makes a bit of contact with Orlando, and he's going to lose a position of Chipman in the process, down to P5 or P6 for Fragley. He's fighting back against the Alpine, but it's Some Good Salt who leads us away up through Eau Rouge and Radion. Oh, Pablo has unfortunately lost position to Milcard. They're side by side going down the straight. Like Some Good Salt's going to maintain that position into Sector 2, and Pablo fighting it off
Orlando
with
goes
Orlando.
for it. And Orlando goes for it. And his teammates right behind him. Will they? Oh my goodness, they did.
Oh, huge action already, and seeing end plates flying. Orlando making an audacious move on Pablo into the Lacombe chicane. Following that, Elkarn saw an opportunity. The door closed quickly after that. I'm going to have to close SimHub. I don't know why this always happens. Session changes.
As that was happening, Some Good Salt is just rocketing away. Excuse me. 1.3 and entering sector 3 good gap.
It's got the gap as it stands. Jump on board now with the kick driver. Sure is all up to P7. Had a pretty solid jump there off the line. Downshifting through Blanchemont. Here, top 7 drivers through the chicane. Some Good Salt is trying to check out already. 1.6 seconds ahead. He sets the fastest lap to lead lap 1. Heavy Chalice is in the pits. That's one Ferrari at the top. One Ferrari, unfortunately, looking for a safety car on lap 2. Tale of 2 races for the Ferrari team as it stands, but they're going to be elated with the way that their championship hopeful driver has started this race. Already starting to check out. Pablo Plays having the advantage of the DRS already.
Yep.
He makes that move on the McLarens.
Next few laps. Notice with the DRS, a lot of taking turns. Battery.
Your mic's kind of quiet, Smeens. I don't know if something changed, but I can hardly hear you.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right, cool.
Sorry about that. I was just like, man, I'm trying my best.
Good. No, no, you're good. No worries.
Yeah. Here we go.
Absolutely. Pablo Plays trying to get away from Orlando. Will Orlando use his battery? Get past him here, or will he just DRS? Oh,
McLarens have the advantage of 2 cars being at the front. They can kind of work together here to attack Pablo Place, but I would almost imagine that it's too early for that. They can still see the Ferrari ahead. They have 3 cars here in this train. They need to work together to gain on that Ferrari ahead if they want any chance. Pablo Place does set the fastest lap, but Ferrari, V-car, McLaren in the top 4. Chipman just lingering there behind, and then there's a bit of a gap to Fragley on the softs. Fragley and Schurzall, only 2 drivers on the softs right now. Only drivers on the hards are all the way at the back of the grid right now. Cam Tizzle down to DB the best. See Orlando with the overspeed with the DRS down the main straight. The Camel straight into Lake Holmes. He's going to have that move done. Pablo Place doesn't fight it off, but crucially doesn't lose the extra position. He's splitting the McLarens now. So he is able to join the party, so to speak, and say, hey guys, pretend my car is orange just for one night, please.
absolutely. It's like he's in the sandwich right now.
Now 2.3 ahead. Wondering if this section of the race, obviously it's dry. We have confirmed that it's going to rain at some point. Setups. Wonder if they're playing into any sort of the pace that we're seeing right now. Maybe some drivers opting for a little more downforce, knowing the rain is coming, and Some Good Salt just risking it for the biscuit, going for the dry setup. He's absolutely flying right now. 3 laps in, 3 seconds broken free. That is almost unheard of in this season of AM2. It's been so close for the win every single week.
Yeah, he's been executing well so far in lap 3. Here and what happens, and we have looks like 2 people with 3-second time penalties. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct. 2 3-second time penalties appears. Fiction is still available. You're looking at win cost point. Red arrow making a position up on Schurzall. Fragley dropping down quite a few positions in the early stage of the race. Had a brilliant start, it seemed, and up to 7th, up to 6th, dropped down. Was Red Arrow and Nick AC made a position on Schurzal there. Let's jump behind and take a look at this battle. It looks like Van Dute's getting involved against Schurzal as well. Nick AC is broken free. Oh, we're too wide. Back to back. Oh, it's going to be a dive from Fragley on Schurzal. Is he going to make it stick? Not this time. And that's actually going to open the door for Cam Tizzle, who started in P16, mind you. He started on the hards, started in P16. He's now, oh my God, off the track and in the grass. Losing a little bit of progress there. Was up to P10. 6 positions made. Fortunately, that little mistake there cost him 2. He's going to have to regain those one more time. And looks like the McLarens have found their way around Pablo Plays as we were taking a look at that battle. Take a look at this, how this battle started a little bit earlier. If I could find the replay scene. There it is. This is lap 1, ladies and gentlemen, going down the Kemmel Straight. Pablo Plays trying to fight off the 2 McLarens on the right side of your screen. Oh, man, that was so tight. Team Mailcarton saw the opportunity, tried to get her in the inside again. Did not have the speed. Back to 5 pictures here. 2 McLarens chasing down some good salt now, trying to hold off Pablo Plays. Gonna be maybe a little bit easier to work together now. Not lose that position, Pablo, now that they're both ahead of him.
I think he may be in striking distance here coming out of this Kemmel Straight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Using his battery. Looks like he's not. Looks like he might have the pace to get inside line.
3 wide. Here we go.
And Pablo makes it
takes
stick.
the position. Pius tried to hold that position off from the lead car, but fortunately, a little maybe miscommunication there, and he managed to.
He said, "Thank you very much. Thank
2
you."
for 1. 2 for 1 special. Take a look at that one more time. See from the rear wing of Orlando. Orlando gave him the inside there. Not sure that's the position I would have placed my car in down that straight. My teammate
Yeah, I think they
behind
could
me.
have easily positioned their cars to just block the road there.
And all this battling, unfortunately, Pablo Place not getting the welcoming McLaren hello as he would have hoped. It cost them all a bit of time. 4 seconds is the gap now to some good salt. Just on a Sunday drive on a Wednesday.
Yep, he is flying right now. He is flying. He is accelerating through what seems to be the last chicane, going into lap 6? Correct me if I'm wrong. Looks like that. Looks like 4 seconds though. Wow. Then the 10 laps.
Yeah. 4 seconds is the gap. 6 laps. We have a yellow flag. Not sure who that was, but some good salt. Yeah, like that. He is just absolutely checked out now. Who hasn't checked out is Pablo. He's under pressure from both McLarens now. Made the move on both of them. He is unfortunately going to let them both go by now. Or fortunately for him, maybe playing it a little bit smarter than the McLarens, where he's not trying to lose too much time when he knows he's going to be passed. Maybe that's his second bid to work together with McLarens. Not fighting them, letting them go.
Like some more folks have picked up 3-second time penalties. Looks like we're up to 4. Up 6.
Time penalties. 4 3-second time penalties ends. And plenty of laps to go. Close that prediction. Anymore.
Oh, great take. Are still in quarter 1 of the race. And the clouds are forming, it looks like.
Yep.
Last corner. Overcast.
7 laps in. Now, leaders cross the line. Here. Approaching that point. Ooh, Red Arrow's getting a little bit slick in that chicane. Got Bandu for company now, as well as Nick AC. Arizal's in the pictures as well. There's the Os boys. Bringing up
I
the
think we
back
might
there.
see a repeat. I think we might see round 2. Pablo plays, making a 2-for-1 here.
Jump on board with the V carb. See what kind of formation the McLarens pull here. They're both saving battery, just flying side by side. And
Yeah, they definitely defended that much
seems
better.
seems like these guys have almost accepted their fate, the McLarens, that they are not going to catch some good salt tonight, and they're fighting for staying on the podium now. Pablo is going to have his hands full.
Yeah, man. Anything can happen. And we're on lap 7. We got a lot more racing to go, a lot more execution to be had. We'll see who does it the best. It does look like Salt is taking off with this lead, all this battle.
Red Arrow got on the grass a little bit there. Guan and DKC managed to find his way through. He's now going to be chasing down
We
Bandu.
are up to 5 3-second time penalties. We still have the over-under open.
I think so. Maybe I should close it, eh? Here, let me figure that out. Yep. 5 drivers with 3-second time penalties.
Lando might be making a move here coming up on this DRS. See how he plays it, but it might open a move for Pablo, so we'll see if we get the sandwich or we get the 2-for-1. Might have pace for inside line. Oh, it looks like Martin is cutting the door there, going into those turns. Wow.
Just positioning his car to maybe suggest that it's not the best idea to try the overtake. But yeah, these guys are.
Does stay in striking position.
This could
Wanna
all
say-
change when the rain comes, though, and
I was
it is
gonna say,
getting
I wanna
darker, and it
say-
is actually. I
I
just
think it
saw
is
a drop.
raining. I was about to say, I was just about to say, I might be seeing some raindrops.
I think I see
Here
some
on-
raindrops on the track.
See how this plays out here. I think it might be perfect timing for a fitting strategy.
Oh,
It stays
man.
like this. Let's see the rate of this rain. So we're just starting on lap 8. It's pretty light. Let's see how it goes throughout this laps. Oh, almost at 5 seconds now.
He
10
is
8 laps.
Not flinching, though. The rain is starting, and we have someone jumping in the pits. That is Orlando, taking the gamble early. Is this going to pay off? It is a long lap around Spa. The track can change really quickly from one lap to another, and it is looking that rain is coming down even quicker than what we just noticed it already. Inters are going on for the McLaren. Red Arrow jumps in the pits, Scherzel jumps in the pits, and Cam Tizzle jumps in the pits, and that is going to be the Hail Mary for Cam Tizzle tonight. The last to first challenge. This is the play, he thinks. Get in now, and I could agree. It is getting wetter now. We're going to have to jump on board with our leader and just see how he's handling these conditions right now.
Yeah, it's definitely noticeable, especially when it starts raining, track is very slick. So I think it's definitely affecting driving line.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like he's not holding back too much. I mean, he's got a 5.5 second gap. Got time to kind of manage this if he wants to.
Will he go into the pits? So we have a safety.
Oh, a safety car.
We have a safety car.
Who the heck crashed?
I have no idea.
I have no idea, but this is going to really, really hurt everyone who just tried to get the advantage for pitting. Safety car period. Gonna give those who haven't pitted yet extra little few seconds to get those tires on and get their position on the grid. They're not gonna lose any positions from this. Verzal
Yeah.
is in the pits. Got the inters ready for him. Ferrari making a quick stop here. Back out in the
I'd say
fast
this
lane.
is about halftime. I'd say we're in halftime right now. I wonder who's going to execute the best coming out of this.
Yeah, we got about half a race left. It is wet right now. Is safety car period, and get that safety car overlay open. The safety car, new thing happening here at Constant Speed. This one's sponsored actually, Tracks VR. It's a new sponsor for our league. One of our many wonderful sponsors you can see on the right hand side of your screen: SimLab, Fanatec, IMB Raceforce, Sim Racing, Track Racer, Track Titan, CD Keys, Digital Motorsports, and Moser Racing. So it's not just a league here. We have a bunch of awesome perks for if you want to join. A bunch of awesome parts for our members. Awesome perks such as Trax VR, who is safety car. You can full benefits being part of the server. Guys, guys there, and they're all about F1. Yeah, some cool things happening there. So, anyways, back to the action. We've got about 12 or so laps to go here under the yellow flag. Some good salt has led from lights out. Just what he didn't want after 5 second gap. Positions changing just to punch everybody back. Create the opportunity for more chaos.
Dynamics are changing. Who will adapt? Question. Will some go salt still have the pace? I mean, he's clearly had the pace in the try, so I make a
But
guess that he does have the pace. Track as well.
could be, but
Nailed,
it also could be
nailed,
that he took that dry setup qualifying it. And that's why he stretched his gap so much, and now everybody that is on a little bit more wet by setup is right behind him.
make the who wants it more. Going into lap 11. Safety car, I believe it's coming in lap 11.
Probably 11 laps to go. Exactly halfway. Rob's boy chose the softs.
I would say he's going. Yeah, it looks like.
Hey, he chose the hards now.
Wow. Such a historic track, man. What is one of your favorite historic moments on the track?
Shin Vettel! That's the best one.
Yeah.
Yep, Crofty saying that. And Seb just flying down the straight. Oh, Rob's boy is out. Exit of Brussels. Apex Slug saying go Orlando. Who you guys cheering for in the chat? Who are you hoping wins tonight? I know the Bandute fan club is usually prominent, but who else is being cheered for tonight? I mean, I'm wondering. Lovely Violet says Salt. Perticus, of course, always cheering for Bandute. Always see him in the chat. Bandute's #1 fan. You guys friends in real life? Nice. Well, that's good. It's awesome that you cheer him on. Gordon Ramsay says Orlando. We have another one for Orlando. Awesome. Good support for the drivers in the chat. Pandu. Oh, okay. Your roommates. So you could go mess with him right now if you wanted to. Help take care of him. Thanks for the follow, Apex, and thanks for the support. We're supporting Orlando. He's got to race with Orlando last Christmas time in the 24-hour F1 event, and that was pretty awesome. So. And dude's just absolutely sweating it out tonight. The sounds of it. Well, we should be close to going green again. We got Heavy Chalice 30 seconds away. The field. I don't know if it will up for a lap this time. We'll see.
I think there's definitely been enough rain accumulated to definitely make a difference. See how these setups last. Man.
Yeah. This race is completely flipped on its head now, and who knows how long this rain's gonna last. Could see it drying up again eventually, but what we will see is setup is gonna perform now in the wet conditions. It is a tricky task to build a setup that can balance between the low and high downforce here in the dry. To have one that can work in both the wet and the dry, it's a tricky track to do that on. Drivers gonna have their work cut out for them. Be surprised if safety car is not in this lap. Heavy Chalice just about caught up to the rear of these drivers now. So we do have the safety car coming in on board with our leader. Wait for him to take away the grid on lap 13.
It'll be a fun restart. Got the rain on the track, conditions have changed. Fortunate. Who can execute best?
All come down to this now. So it's all carefully applying the power, and we are away now. Not going to be under too much pressure now.
Yeah. Like Carton got a good jump on him, not too far behind. Who has the battery? DRS is gone for the time being.
Orlando is looking on the inside of Pablo already into Lake Home. Here we go. Managed to get it stopped. That's going to be one position gained on the restart. He rejoins with his teammate, Mail Carton now.
You can see those back ends just holding on for dear life.
Yeah, it's slippery out there. It is slippery. Spa is not a fun track. Driving the wet. Oh, Orlando is finding that out right now through Pujon. Just hanging on to that one. Look now, Bandit has linked up. Oh, there's a little
we
bit
have
of
a
contact
safety
there.
car?
Oh my goodness. No, the
Is that a
safety
safety
car,
car?
it's just a glitch where it just says it until there's another yellow flag and then that'll go away. There's no safety car out right now.
No safety car.
Once the previous one ends. I think there was some wing damage there. Oh, it is Bandit who picked up the wing damage. As soon as I switched them, there's a little bit of contact into, I think that was Fang. Flying though. Holy smokes, he pulled away from Chipman. Scherzel picking him a 3-second time penalty. Chipman have damage as well. He's getting pushed along by the Mercedes. Someone's jumping in the pits behind, I think. Oh, someone's sliding
Or some
around.
gap forming too. All this happening.
One good salt. 9/10 ahead of Mailcard now. 1 second ahead. Ratty on down the Kemmel Straight again. Lap 14 of 22. Did a lot of the hard work early. Fortunately, safety car comes out and restacks the grid. Now he's got to pull away again, but looks like the setup is working out pretty well. Oh my god, look at this. It is crazy. Behind Cam Tizzle. Goes Garwin. Red Arrow battling it out. Red Arrow in the Mercedes. Garwin pushes him a little bit. Oh, there's contact. And Red Arrow
Oh my goodness.
losing out.
Oh my goodness. Tragedy. Lap
Tragedy
14.
for the Mercedes there. Looks like it just couldn't get the car turned after that little bump. Forced him inside. Oh no, and it's just nowhere to go. Cam Tizzle, P9 now, behind Nick AC. He's got Garwin for company behind him. Oh, look at that. Chipman sliding around in front. It's Chipman the one that's holding this pack up. His setup potentially a little bit too on the high, low downforce end. Oh, everybody is struggling, to be honest.
To say Mail Carton is cutting that gap. He has almost cut it half a second. He is pulling away now.
It's so hard to see what's going on the broadcast cameras. Cam Tizzle looks like he's got some pace now. He's looking on the inside of Nick AC. Through Blanchimont we go. Nick AC just yields that position. Cam Tizzle is on a bit of a charge now. He was one of the first drivers on those intermediates before the safety car came out. Is his setup just coming to life right now? Oh my god, he can get the power
And
down
he is
so
making,
much
I
quicker.
think he's going for it. I think he's going for it around turn 1 on the outside.
Breaks a
Will
little
it
bit
work?
early. Looks for the switchback. He's on the inside
He's
now.
on the gas. Who can it? Oh, he looks like he has it. Oh wow.
What a move from the Haas. We're potentially side by side in Eau Rouge. No, he has it done. What a move
Wow.
from the Haas. We gotta take a look at that one while we have a second.
Chipman giving up two for one there.
100% Cam Tizzle up to P7 now from last on the grid. You can see here, nice little switch back there. Ooh, spicy. Van Doot doesn't even have a end plate right now, mind you. And he is up in P5. He's doing real well. Holding off sure is all. Cam Tizzle is going to be on the heels of this battle pretty quick, I believe, with that setup. He's just looks like he can get that power down way easier than everyone else right now. Gap has come down 3/10. Time that I said 4 words. Look at the spray coming off. Is it transitioning now past the condition of intermediates? As you see Bandut sliding through Leifang. Chipman down to P11 now. I think his setup is not a setup for the wet. He is struggling right now. Doing so well in this race. This is just looks like punishment for the Alpine. Some good salt. You mentioned earlier, under pressure for a second, but he has extended that gap now to just around 2 seconds.
Yeah, looks like he finding his groove here, lap 15. See if it lasts.
See if it lasts, and I think that at this point, safe to say this rain could be here to last. May
Yeah.
see what end of this race, and Bandu jumps in the pits. Unfortunately, gonna be repairing that wing now. For pretty awesome little stint there with a broken wing. Pablo plays, keeping Orlando company now. He lost that position on the restart, but not losing time. Orlando, however, is struggling compared to his teammate. Cam Tizzle actually jumped ahead of these two behind him. Scherzal and Koskerwin. Oh, Scherzal.
Oh, will he take the inside line? He does.
Cam Tizzle managed to get it stopped a little bit easier. Gets on the power just a bit better. That's going to keep that position for him. Just see how much more confidence he has right now in the rain compared to these other drivers. He is throwing it around those corners. He's getting on that throttle quickly.
Absolutely.
Got 4.8 seconds to chase down now. Pablo plays. It is a huge ask. I think he's potentially got that in the tank. And once he gets there, Orlando's there. Podium could be still yet in the cards for the Haas driver. Got better part of 7 laps to go here, 6 laps to go. On board, Ferrari of Heavy Chalice is just at the back of this queue, trying to find a way around DB the best. Red arrow, another 3-second time penalty. Crucially though, we are at only 5 drivers with 3-second time penalties. Chalice threatening it there. She's losing a bit of touch to this group ahead. Yes. Last week's winner. Cam is just on an absolute heater right now. Just look at the gap. He's already pulling away from Scherzal. He's pulling up to Pablo. Down to 3.7. Get a safety car now. Could be in a good spot. Ooh! Scarwin. Scherzal, you can see in the background there, getting past Hick Sauber. Look like they're going to come together in the straight for a second.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's kind of getting comfortable right where we're at. I mean, we do have some people that are pretty close. Hick's kind of battling it out here. Have some action. P12, P13. Like some good salt is really just finding the fastest groove here.
100%. Cam has got about 3 seconds to the podium here. 5 laps to go. Anything past that is just too far. The podium could be his maximum. Red arrow is out. And that's a VSC. Not the full safety car. Unfortunately, we won't get a glimpse of that. That was on the exit of, what is that? Although the out of Brussels, the left-hander after that. I don't even know. Jackie X corner? Anyways, we got a VSC. Nobody is taking the bait. Got 4 laps to go. Oh, drive through pit. Oh no, it's actually even changed to a full safety car now. I can see the safety car out on track. Why is this game so booty? Yeah, Red Devil, I just saw that.
Wow.
Thank you. Wow, it is a full safety car. Man, did I just do a Red Devil and jinx it again as like he did last night? I said if it was a safety car, Cam could be in a good seat. E4 now. Probably feeling pretty good on those inters, but fresh inters are always faster, I find. Gamble. But it's going to be some good salt now. Stacked back up with Milk Carton and Pablo. Cam Tizzle in P4. And with those two drivers
Wow.
ahead, not opting to change their tires, I mean, he was catching Pablo in Orlando. I think he's going to have enough gas for potentially mail card and potentially some good salt tonight.
I think there's definitely going to be some racing here. There's going to be a couple racing laps after the safety car goes in. So, I mean, if Salt just executes for, you know, say what, 40 more turns right after the safety car, I think he'll be in good shape.
All up to execution now, as you said. About 2 laps to go, I would assume. Safety car going in. Maybe 3. 20, 21, 22. Um, well, time will tell. But it is shaping up for a spicy finish. Let's get that safety car
Does look
graphic.
like there is a dry line. Drier line.
A little bit of a drier line. Yeah, it doesn't look as treacherous as it did at a certain point in this race, but it is certainly still raining.
Tracks VR. Virtual racing, still fun.
Yeah, if you're interested, there's a QR code on the screen. You can see we got their tiers there. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK. Whether you're on whatever side of the pond that you're on, there's a tier for you. And one of those days, got a few seats available. You can see the final 6 races coming up of this season. Be rolling into a new one. Don't want to leak any confidential information about what or when that may be happening, but exciting stuff will be dropping hopefully pretty soon about season 15. Crazy already season 15, but speaking of season 14, if you're looking to get involved, there you go. Once again, there's a QR code. AM3, EU3 on Tuesday, Wednesday, AM1, and EU1 Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK. Join up, even if you've never tried League Racing before. Way to get involved and a good way to try it out. The best kind of racing you get on this game, in my opinion. If you're tired of getting crashed out in those open lobbies and that horrible stuff, all the morons, join contest and speed, get some good racing in. See you there. I have, I think, safety car in this lap, if I'm not mistaken. I'm good salt looking to do the Grand Slam. It's gonna have some work now to do, arguably, with his closest competitor in the championship, pulling up just a few positions behind him now, but does have a buffer, and he has been absolutely flying tonight. Take a look at that Drivers' Championship. Oh, late safety car call. We have safety car coming in this lap. Take a quick look at whatever I had as the last replay before we go green. It was a beautiful switchback from Cam Tizzle. He's looking to do more of that action here as we get ready to get underway. Here we go. Some good salt is away yet again. Lap 20 of 22 comes down to this now. Gets a good jump. A little bit of a gap between Mailcard and Pablo Plays, but Mailcard keeping good company for the Ferrari right now. The Tizzle right on the back of Pablo. He knows he needs to make moves early if he wants to make some positions. He's right on the back of Pablo Plays. He takes to the outside, draws alongside, and he breaks just a bit later to gain that position. Now, car between him and the win. He's found that podium position that we said could be his maximum. Is he going to prove us wrong? A little bit of luck from the safety car. Lando, one of the drivers who opted to pit there. Got 2 laps to go here. Is that new intermediate tire going to give him enough performance to make up the positions that he dropped? We've got another driver. Oh, I believe they may have already had a 3-second DK Nortec. We're still at 5. Garwin getting ahead of Pablo there. Pablo may be struggling on those old intermediate tires. Got Scherzel on the back of him. Orlando is there as well. Cam Tizzle's 2 seconds behind Mailcarton as it stands, but still got 2 racing laps to go after they cross the line.
It'll be fun to see. It'll be very fun to see. Carton is in striking distance here coming into these last 2 laps. Will he make the move? How much battery does he have? A little over 50%. Come down to these last 2.
Let's
Ragley
see.
retiring. Wow.
Ragley had such a good qualifying session, unfortunately. Comes to an end. DB the best is on the wets. Heavy Chalice on the wets. A couple of drivers thrown on the wet tires here. The highest driver on the new intermediates is Orlando. Unfortunately, not making the inroads that he would have hoped on the first lap, and he picks up a 3-second time penalty there as he makes an overtake on Scherzel. Still fighting off the kick drivers here. Oh, we're not going 3 wide in Lake Elm, are we? Scherzel really trying to fight that one off, but Orlando just draws ahead up to P6. Unfortunately, with that 3-second, might drop him back a couple positions when the flag drops. Pablo Plays. Drop behind Garwin. He's got the Orlando for company now. 8 laps difference between their tire wear. See the position changes now.
That car is swirling. Wow. Carton is swirling around that turn, that fast left. Grip is definitely starting to show here.
Yeah, and Orlando flying past Pablo there. Gets up to P5 now. He needs to make up another position on Garwin ahead, who's I believe also. Oh, he's not on the fresh inters. Yeah, you can see there, Cam Tizzle, Garwin making up 13 10 positions each. Those are the biggest gainers of the race. And Cam 1.5 behind as we start the final lap. Is he yet gain 1 more position? Maybe more? Some good stall leads us on to the final lap now. They've done everything right this race. Just 1 more lap to go. Said just got to execute for 20 or so more corners. Cam Tizzle chasing down those 2 ahead. His setup has come alive in the wet, it appears, and absolutely flying. He's within a second now of Mailcarton. Going up Eau Rouge. Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
risking everything there. You could see
Draining
him
that battery
sideways.
too.
Yes.
Absolutely. He is taking off here. A commanding forces. Victory is in sight.
Either way, we'll have a word probably from the Haas driver in the booth about what happened in qualifying there to set his race off, but he has absolutely made the most of this race and damage limitation, to say the least. We've some bad luck happened to some good salt last week, Danvort, so the law of average plays out yet again. Hit everybody throughout the season. But Cam Tizzle 7 tenths behind, 9 tenths behind now. Bill Carton, who's go down the final straight. He's going to be draining absolutely everything that he has, as is Mill Carton. Where the top speed will have the advantage, and he is completely out of battery. Jump on board with the Ferrari driver, the championship leader in AM2. Rounds the chicane for the final time to take the win in Spa. Sure, some good salt. What a win, what a race. The Grand Slam, followed by Mail Carton and Cam Tizzle as your podium. Coach Garwin, what a race as well for him, gaining so many positions. Orlando took the risk at the end, but didn't pay off. Go on to the new intermediate tires. He drops down to 6th position after that one. Being in the top 3 for most of that race means what we saw, I mean, just basically two different races there, the dry race and the wet race. A lot of action. What are your thoughts on AM2 scene tonight?
Yeah, I think it was a great race. I think, Salt definitely, executed well in all areas, qualifying, dry, wet. It seems like he had the overall best pace. And, Cam Tizzle, great race from him. Qualifying, but no, great race all around. Fun watch.
100% fun to watch is a good way to describe it. Take you through the finishing order now, as we mentioned. Some good salt. Led, started on pole, led every lap. Unfortunately, didn't get the fastest lap. You got it. Anyways, some good salt takes the win. Miller Carton P2, Cam Tizzle P3. We got Coach Garwin P4, Pablo Plays P5, Lando P6, DB the best P7, Shirzal P8, Evie Chalice P9. That is your top 10. I believe we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers with 3-second time penalties. That is the over. To you in a moment when we get to the interview booth. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the interview booth. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Got two of our podium finishers tonight, Cam Tizzle, who finished P3, and some win tonight at Spa for round 8. We'll start with our P3 finisher, and we'll obviously start with the biggest question, starting back in qualifying. What Just walk us through your short qualifying session there, Cam. What happened there?
Well, went out of the pit lane, barely touched the throttle, the car spun, and by the time I got the car straightened back out, it decided to DSQ me.
EA Sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it's in the game.
It's in the game. Well, that's tough. And as a driver at that point, you're 20 or so points back from the championship. Right at this point, you need to get a good qualifying session to ensure that you're staying in the fight. Just been disqualified. What are you thinking at that point?
I'm thinking good salt needs to find a way to kiss the barrier. He needs to make friends with an unlikely foe.
Oh man, wishing ill will upon your foes is never a good place to be starting at in qualifying. But
Yeah. Yep.
man,
Yep.
you were starting behind the 8 ball from the start. I can safe to say you successfully accomplished the damage limitation and a bit more. Think podium was ever in the cards tonight.
Up until the safety car, no, I did not think it was in play at all until we had a safety car. We were able to go in the inners. That
Yeah,
second safety car, I was definitely feeling good about it. I was almost wondering how, like, I definitely was feeling good on the pace and the wet. Like the wet we had throughout most of that stint was like wet tire weather. But yeah, I was feeling good about it though. I was passing people. I was catching up to the people in front of me at all times. So I was wondering if on that final safety car restart, if I was gonna be able to catch Good Salt or Milk Carton. But Good Salt, obviously, he was driving well enough to not be caught up to. But Milk Carton, if I felt like if I had another lap, I don't know if he was just kind of like taking it easy just to secure second place. But at least based off of the gap at the end of the race, I feel like if there was another lap, it could have been interesting between me and him. But we'll never know. Either way, I'm satisfied with getting a podium out of a terrible qualifying.
yeah, definitely. We were saying in the booth, it just looked like your car came to life when the rain was coming down. You're getting way more confidence on the brakes and way more confidence getting on the throttle than drivers around. Were you biased a little bit more towards the downforce side tonight, knowing that there's going to be some wet weather towards the end?
No, I ran my dry weather setup. It's like 15-0 wings.
Okay, okay. Well, that's interesting because you were just absolutely cooking out there. You had so much more confidence. It's good to see. Uh, I honestly think even without that last safety car, you were gaining on quick.
Yeah, yeah, definitely
Good,
was getting on Orlando and Pablo, yeah, before the SC.
yeah. Or Orlando. Him fight been on for the last couple laps for sure, but um, uh, congrats to you. One last question though. Were you ever
Yeah.
considering pitting uh that last safety car came out? Why didn't you?
I was already on intermediates and they had like 10% wear at max, so I was not really thinking about it.
Okay, only 10%. Yeah, I could see that. That's probably the wise call. Anyways, yeah, good result, good damage limitation, and you ready for three?
Yeah, yeah, hungry should be fine. Hopefully I don't have another DSQ in qualifying, which should be a little bit easier to not have that there. But yeah, I think I'll do okay there. I don't know if I'll set necessarily like like a blazing time and get like pole or anything like that, but I'm hoping, expecting at least top five, top six, top seven for quali.
Yeah, hopefully a little bit more difficult to spin out of that pit lane, so hopefully safe from that and be starting on the right foot next week. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Um, Considering I just absolutely bombarded Cam with questions, Let's start off with our winner tonight. Some good salt. Got any questions for our winner?
Some good salt, man. Great execution. Only one question, man. One question. What were your thoughts on all the safety cars? All you clearly had the pace. Feel like all these safety cars definitely weighed on you a bit. What were you thinking about the safety?
Uh, yeah, they were definitely unlucky. Um, but I knew I had the pace, and actually, I mean, the first one came out perfectly, like timing wise, because that was like the transition to inters. So it was perfect. I was just worried that people behind me would try something different and it would work, but that obviously worked well for me. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it was just like Saudi. If you remember Saudi, I also was very unlucky there with safety cars. Sort of same situation, but I had the pace, so I mean, yeah, it wasn't that bad, I don't think, but a little worrying, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Great race. Great execution.
Thank you.
yeah, good race. I think definitely set the tone in qualifying. Saw you absolutely set a flyer on your first banker, and then get together on your second lap. But good enough for pole. After that race start, I think those behind you started fighting, and then your own just managing at that point, where you really just trying to push and extend the gap as much as you could, and so you could have a little bit of a gap in case you had to pit, or what were you thinking at that point? I always find that it's hard to get a little bit on your own.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helped that they were fighting there. Well, first, I obviously wanted to get out of DRS. I just wanted to get away from all that, and I did push uh, a little bit because I knew that rain was coming, and it was coming a little sooner than I thought it would. So I was pushing, but obviously not too much. And I was just watching that gap open and open, and I felt pretty confident out there. I was in a flow state in the dry, at least. I was pretty lonely, but yeah,
You're just absolutely flying out there. Just missing the fastest lap for the Grand Slam, but absolutely a dominant performance. Gonna extend your lead in the championship. Got 4 races to go. What are your thoughts? Is it yours to lose, or is it yours to win at this point?
um, I mean, I'm not. The competition is still there. Like camp is very quick. Um, I mean, it's not guaranteed or anything like that. It's still I still need to keep on putting in races like this, and maybe I can do it. So
You keep on doing this, man. Could see you being crowned champion at the end of the season, but like you said, I don't think it's gonna be easy. Can't count the rest of the guys out, and time will tell, right? 4 races to go. What do you think? You confident with these last 4 tracks?
yeah,
It's Vegas, Abu
pretty-
Dhabi, Hungary, and
yeah, I'd say all four of those I'm pretty comfortable with. So
awesome.
yeah, so hopefully they're clean. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing. Vegas can be a bit of a
Yeah.
gong show, as we say in Canada. Anyways, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from the AM2 championship leader. He's all confidence going into the last races, but not counting out. So, congratulations again on the win tonight. Okay. All right. Um, now, thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. We're gonna sign off for the evening. If you are looking for more contest and speed action, you can join us tomorrow. EU1 and AM1 will be at Spa for their round 8. Good action there as always. Electric entree and AM side. Can't remember Bob. But if you want to check that out, always good stuff. If not, AM2 will be back every single Wednesday night and last race of the year. Abu Dhabi, 9 p.m. Eastern on days. See you next time. Peace.